Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Gold birds, gold string, gold words, gold anything, golden, I follow only golden, 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 golden things, golden, I follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Hi, how's it going? Keeping you on your toes. What do you mean, what's this then? Huh? Pleasant surprise to you, almighty. Right, okay, few things. Has it been so long since I impromptu live streamed? I mean, it used to be a common thing. Why don't we ADHD and chill for a bit? I wanted to point out a couple of things. One is I've done a collab with Quinn on Autismatic. If you haven't seen it, Autismatic, which is like an autism machine, AUT, ISM, AT, IC, I think. Do I feel better? Yeah, I do. I feel a bit better. I actually had a proper meal. Actually, yesterday was the first day I had a decent plate of something. And today I made like Greek gyros. I had like tortillas. So I used tortillas and I put salad, cheese. I made a tzatziki sauce from coconut milk, dill tips, a bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, and oregano, a bit of cumin as well. And then I mixed it all up and you put that. And I used some like, it was a vegan alternative, but it's basically like a lamb type thing. And I made that. Running a live stream in the hope of persuading enough new people to subscribe and push subscriptions over 18k this evening, I think. It's possible. So yeah, it was a nice like a gyro. Do you know what I mean? Like, and Oh, it's just delicious. I don't know how to tell you. Had some like red onion in there, which I only lightly fried, and some tomatoes needed using up in the fridge. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a little bit past their best, so I sliced them up and popped them in, and it was very nice. So finally, some sugar, and I'm feeling a bit better. I've got like a menthol pastel at the moment, which like helps me breathe a bit better. Not sponsored. I have no sponsorships. I think I would like sponsorships. I think I'd like Huel and probably Purina to come along. And do you know what? They don't need to give me money. No money needs to change hands. They just need to send some cat food. I'll film them an advert. Okay, BF and I watched your systematic video earlier. It was fun, amazing. Will you eat it every day for 20 days? Sometimes I do that. Yeah, it's true, actually. I do a thing. Let me tell you another one. So when I met Helen and family, they presented me with a big bag of cheese. And this big bag of cheese was very delicious. Did you put raw onion in, Cryorose? Yes. Yeah, I had to cook it a little bit. It was still like mostly raw. Oh, my Lex, yeah. The smell afterwards is not worth it. Yeah, exactly. So hence I've got these menthol pastels. Oh, Yannicke, you've got COVID. Balls. That's crap. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. I can recommend like menthol. It's quite good. It kind of like takes a... just how I give it away. Oh, yeah. Okay, I did do that. I don't know. I need some sponsors. I will do good shit with the money. I can tell you that. And it'll be good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I will do very irresponsible things with the money that I make from sponsorships. I will do something. I was thinking about, I want to talk to some of you about this, actually. Have you noticed that sponsor that's going around doing the rounds with autistic YouTubers at the minute and content creators? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away or anything. But like, I'm thinking about contacting them. They could sponsor me. I'm not a female content creator though. But I would do some funny things. Stephanie, nice to see you, by the way. Your comments really put smiles on my face over the last few days. I've had a really stressful few days. I talked about the Autistematics video. It was great seeing you two meeting up together. Do you know what? It was so fun. I can tell you, Quinn, it was so fun meeting up with him. We spent the whole day like walking a little bit, stopping, getting like a nice lemonade. The weather was gorgeous. And walking then, stopping, and doing the same thing. We just repeated all day. Eventually, we both got a bit tired, so went back to my tiny hotel room, and I couldn't offer him a drink because, like, the lady on the counter told me that there was no kettle in the room, and I'm like, this is the only hotel I've ever stayed in that doesn't have a kettle. I actually bring milk and tea bags with me. Like, I actually carry in my rucksack my everyday carry bag. If you haven't seen my video on that, by the way, what's in my bag, I think it's worth a watch. I do, because, like, I carry things with me that I know that I think I'll need. Wendy, hello. Jimmy Fire Dragon. Why is it so unusual to see me doing an impromptu live stream? Like, why is it... English citizenship confirmed. Tea is my main source of hydration, by the way, ever since Nina. Like, I drank tea before, but Nina just makes me drink more tea. Hey, Amelia. Long time no see. How you doing? Okay, my symptoms are okay-ish. I'm sorry. Oh, Kitty's been bonkers all day. Oh, I got the harness that you recommended. So we're going to try harnessing. The kids listen to you while sleeping. Impromptu live, not strange. Exactly. I know it's been a little while, but... Oh, what's my favourite tea? So, PG Tips is nice. Tetley's nice. Tetley's actually quite strong. I think Tetley is my favourite tea. I think that's quite straight. Yeah, Tetley. Done. The round bags. Randy, because we're autistic and expect routine. No, indeed. So, as some of you may or may not know, I was talking with Quinn about ADHD. In fact, Quinn is joining us, by the way, not on video, on live. He's joining us in the chat. It's Merelda Peabody Jones, first time catching one of your live streams. Hello, welcome, by the way. I'm Mike, Autistic AF. Nice to meet you. I've seen your name, I think, in the comments before. On this channel, we do autism and stuff, but look, probably best to say this side of it is the ADHD side of ADHD. The park vid was great. It was great this afternoon. I remember when these weren't on the schedule. It is still scheduled, okay? This is not in lieu of a video. It's not in lieu of like a Patreon exclusive. It's not in lieu of anything, okay? Tuesday, everything's still happening as normal. This is just a chat. I need to get things off my chest. Considering how many autistic people have cats, Bruno won't respond to you. I think they will, because I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube has this concept called brand kit, and you can basically log in and see, like, you can basically download a PDF. I'm going to show you all what that looks like in a bit, I think. I may post it on Discord, the brand kit, and you can see what it's basically like. Cat ownership, very high. Video games and films, very high. What else is it? What else is the audience? It's cats, films, and video games. That's like the thing. Official DX of ADHD? I suspected autism. Well, I do a swap. I'm pretty confident. I have a lot of ADHD traits. Enough for a formal diagnosis? I think so. I do. I am an ADHDer. However, I do not have the paperwork for the ADHD side. Now, I think it might be quite good fun, living in public and all that, going and getting an ADHD assessment. I think it could make really interesting content. If I do that, what sort of thing would you expect to see? I don't think I could convince a psychologist to film the appointment, though, do you? I'm going to try. I would ask. I'd say, hey, so I know I'm applying for this thing, but like, any chance I could film it? Because people would be interested. Because people would be interested. What are you going to do with the film? I don't know. I'll put it on the internet. If you want to see how autistic I will become without anything mediating that experience, ADHD too. Got the ADHD dose. It's just a couple months ago. Hey, congratulations on the ADHD there, Rabba. Am I saying this correctly? Rabba Hayo. Let me know if that was right. Mike, we both have quite a few diagnosticians in our audiences. We do, don't we? I'd love to see that assessment. Yeah, me too. Good luck finding a psychologist who'll let you film and show it on YouTube. Well, Yannicka, you see. I can ask, right? Like, it's not surreptitious. Like if I could film the doctor's appointment, give them a copy and everything. Like, we just do things by the book, I hear you can even do an ADHD assessment online, so that'd be quite good fun. We could do, like, if they'd be willing, because practicing ADHD without a license, because I think it would be useful. Like, I think it would be useful content for people, and an opportunity to do that. I think it would be a good conversation. You could run the film as this is what type of it to know what people expect. Exactly. No harm in asking. Thank you. Of course you can ask. Yeah, I can. You can. Hello. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Oh, must have been a cat fur. Or this. It is a peacock feather. I'm a fully licensed autist. Me too, TJ. Me too. I got my autism card. Self-diagnosis, self-identification. It's perfectly valid for numerous reasons. They ought to let you consent, and privacy is meant to be for you, not them. There should be parental abilities and often willing to speak about it at conferences. Yeah, exactly. But I don't want them to think it's a trap. But then again, they can look at my content and see that it's, autism. Quinn says, Ben, we actually have professional diagnosticians, what's this stuff? So maybe, yeah. I mean, look, I don't mean to be funny, right? But if from a private practice perspective, if somebody would be willing to and I don't mean talk to me, I mean actually, I will blur out any private information like that I don't want to show online, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, but pretty much open up and demystify that process, because I feel like I've got a shot at doing that, and maybe they'll trust me. You know what I'm saying? But it could be really good for somebody's professional career. You know, like what a case study, I think. Oh, so you don't want them to worry it's a gotcha. Yeah, exactly. Because I've been thinking about this since my chat with Quinn. If you don't know what we're talking about, have a little look at the video on the Autistic channel. Autistic is in this stream right now. Click the green and yellow brain circle where it says Autistic, and go watch the collab. I will post another link to it, or maybe even do a little short to advertise it. Thing is, I enjoyed filming that chat, but it was more or less just a reprise of what we were doing the whole day anyway. We were just having great conversation, and part of that conversation was about ADHD, which we had during the film and obviously beforehand and afterwards as well. Because I'm up for this. Somebody finds me a good neuroaffirmative ADHD experienced adult. I'll happily send the psychologist my autism paperwork. They can have a good read of that, and then we can go. Suggesting a bias towards granting a diagnosis. You're right. Yeah, Christopher Matthew, you're correct. That would affect objectivity. In fact, the very nature of measuring affects objectivity just because of the measurement. Just the fact that there's it's almost science, the double slit experiment, isn't it? Where they fire the electrons and they interfere with each other and stuff. When you look at them, we're living in a simulation, everybody. So why did I get the weird program? Why did I get the weird subroutine? If we're living in a simulation, how do I break my programming? I also saw Mr. Thomas Henley as well on the Monday. We intended to see him on Sunday, but the trip was quite tiring for me. And Thomas Henley has some fantastic content too on the self-titled YouTube channel, Thomas Henley. And Quinn and Thomas, you should definitely be chatting with each other by now. If you have not been already, then you certainly should be by now. Even if they're not for filming, maybe to discuss a point afterwards. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Quinn, this is something that I want to talk through with you a bit more offline. This is something that I think I might want to pursue, and it might not even be like right now. I'm not in a rush, And this seems like a bit sort of perverse, because yes, I'm doing it for personal understanding, but it's like I'm quite sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example. I don't know, this is a bit nebulous, but like clients will sometimes ask me for my opinion on something that they already know, just so they've got like writing from an independent third party on something. So it's not like it's really self-discovery, because I don't actually think it would be. 44, how's it going? It's been a while. Hey, watch the Quinn and Mike video, fun stuff. It was great. I loved it. So much fun. Drop Quinn a like and a comment on the video as well. It helps just for the algorithms purposes, more than anything. Tan, when I sat down to watch Autistic's new video, found this. Have you seen it? Hey, Hydra. It's Hydra. Remember to hydrate, everybody. Well, Quinn, like you were saying, right? So some people like different things. I WhatsApp Thomas, incidentally. Thomas and I, we mostly WhatsApp. So give it a moment. It's kind of hard with all these different sort of preferred apps and services that people like, which means that you have to, I don't know, like do the preferred thing for different people. Hail Hydra. I literally just took a sip, says Katie Cat. Hey Hydra, how's it going? Thanks for the reminder to like and to hydrate. Absolutely. Anyway, Esmeralda, I'm glad the video has been helpful. Like, that's all I could ask for, is that they're helpful. Literally, Kitty say hi, mum. Yeah, there's the Hydra. I mean, you can't easily see it right now. I need to get another film. But look on the camera quick. That's the end of the tale. I only communicate smoke signals. Communicate in different things. Okay, Autistic F, is there a Discord link for this chat? Discord link for this chat? I'm not sure what you mean. I've got a Discord community called The Scratching Post, and access to that is via my Patreon. It's a Patreon perk, so it's like $4 a month is the lowest tier for that. Ow, Hydra! Sorry, I was just playing with my journal, which I made some notes in, and Hydra's like, bam! Touch that. The first 2 days of the week with hyperfocus, not eating, not drinking. Oh, good. Yeah, totally. I mean, our bodies run really badly when we're not drinking. It's as simple as that, Like, check the color of your pee. It's easier for guys than for girls, I guess. It depends on your equipment, But like, depending on color, it's like, I need to drink more. And when I'm traveling, it's really hard to remember to drink. Because you're constantly doing stuff, or you confuse, if you're like me and you confuse hunger signals for thirst signals or thirst signals for hunger signals, you're like, I'm not hungry, but I'm going to eat something because I feel the thing. And it's actually just thirst. It's just, you just need water. I actually have Pepsi Max right now. This is Pepsi Max with some ice in. A bit of cold, a bit of caffeine, a bit of aspartame, not good for you, but still, it's all balance, isn't it? Light the beacons. Gondor calls for aid. Amber, hello. An impromptu live stream. Shape of Amber. Hi everyone. What did I miss? Shape of soup. Pee inspection. It's like a personal thing. Having an app to remind me has been vital for well-being. So Scooby Kitty do. Absolutely. 44 ice black coffee for me 90% of the time. Nice. And like, you just gotta, stay hydrated. It's so important. And it sounds really bonkers, right? But it's totally true. Like I have been way more hydrated since Hydra came to town. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? So what was it? Yeah, so Esmeralda, I'm glad the video's been helpful. That's all anyone can ask. And if anyone's not seen Autistic, Quinn and I had a chat for ages. Content there. Quinn, by the way, I've got tons of extra B-roll. By the way, if you want it, let me know. I can probably send it to you. Otherwise, I'm just going to insert it randomly into my videos, so you have to watch them to find out. Also, Thomas Henley, literally the biggest bodybuilder in the gym. I went to see Thomas's special interest. I went to the gym with him. I'm not feeling terrible about that now, but it was pretty hard. Like someone was like, "Oh, you're like whining so much about it," and it's like, well, it was more pain than I've ever felt in my life. Like from muscle soreness. So yeah. Tell me, could you brief summary for me and Amber, please? Yes. Welcome. Impromptu live streams used to be a thing. I've just done one now, and we will do a tiny little after party afterwards because I've got some stuff to talk to the community on there about. Yeah, I'll have some of that B-roll. Got any Swiss roll? See, supply the ice cream. Scooby KD. I wish gym was my special interest. Well, yeah. Nina was like, "You've never done bench pressing before," and I'm like, "Exactly. I've never done a bench press before." And then I find myself spotting for Thomas Henley with my balls 2 inches above his forehead. It was a very strange experience. Surreal. Lithuania. Cameron, water bottle everywhere. No automatic water at restaurants here. Oh, boo. TJ, I've got a sausage roll. Greg's, by the way, do amazing vegan sausage rolls. I'll just drop that out there. Christy, Alexa, thymia is specific to emotions. What it describes as interoception. Yes, indeed. I get that mixed up sometimes too. Interoception, your interoceptive awareness. I have hypo-interoceptive awareness. I have an Apple Watch that other brands are available, which tells me when I'm feeling stressed, basically. Harriet Windbag, it's not Tuesday, I'm confused. Well, it's Thursday, it's basically the same thing. And ADHD. Is ADHD streaming. Helen, you'll see in a moment. Alexithymia is to do with emotions. TJ, what's up with the Dr. K situation? I had a fairly long video call with his missus, who is the CEO of their brand. It was very, very positive. It was very, very positive. Sarah with an H, Mike, you overdid it, but it should get easier if you do it more frequently. Yeah, totally. You're right on both points there. It's, Thomas was like, hey, Mike, you did really, really well. You did like way more than most beginners would do. And he's like, most PTs would, not recommend that you did that much. I basically followed Thomas through his like process. I did the same stuff as Thomas with less weight. So, when I finished, I would put weight on for Thomas, and when he finished, he'd take it off for me. Simple as that. A lot of weight, by the way, difference between what Thomas and I like press. Very, very different. Yeah, it was very positive. We've had some really good conversations. I shared with them papers on, for example, the double empathy problem by Milton in 2012. We also talked about period monotropism in terms of attention allocation. And without getting quote unquote woke about it, because it just seems to be used as a bit of a catch-all for writing off people that maybe feel a bit sensitive about one topic or another, or passionate about one topic or another. It's a bit of a write-off phrase. I was explaining that perhaps even it would be better to use Amber. I quoted you, by the way. Thank you very much for that. With the differences, particularly between American English and English. English, for example. Amber sent me earlier the dictionary definitions from both the US side and the UK side. UK is more about infantilizing regarding the word tantrums, and in the US, it's not so much a thing. But the key point, anyway, I think I would, that I've left them with is more of a conversation about emotional distress or emotionally distressed behavior, which is something that Nina and I have been talking about quite a bit, actually, for the past couple of weeks. Because, it begs the question about what's caused that behavior. So when you talk about somebody having an emotional distressed reaction, it's like, why, Because amongst our community, we talk about meltdowns. We think about why is that person, is distressed? What's the cause? Can we help? That sort of thing. Whereas when you go tantrum or you're being dismissive, and you literally are just trying to write it off, or even punish them, even punish people for having a reaction, a visible reaction. So I went through all of this with them. I was surprised at how little they knew, but also I was surprised at how positive they are about it all, like taking it all on board. So we are having more conversations going forward as well. So things are going to improve very much on the Dr. K end. They talked me through their upcoming content and their content schedule. They explained a lot of stuff to me, but they were very much like, do we need to issue a retraction? What do we need to do? We're having more conversations. This is all very, very, very positive. On a scale of 0 to 10 or negative 10 to plus 10, I guess my expectations were -2 on that scale. -2 to +2. I think they're sitting at about a +8 or a +9. They've done really well. Like it should never have happened, right? Like it, but things are getting better, and we are working together now. This is really good news. It begs the question big time, whoa, this should never have been that bad. Like how did that happen? I'm not going to go into on YouTube how it happened. But suffice to say, they're very apologetic, and they're putting things right. If you want to ask me more about this, there will be a short after party after the stream, and I can fill you in on that there, because some of you were massively helpful. By the way, I did ask some of my community to give me a hard time, to critique my video. I asked people to do a bit of homework and pull apart my video, my content, give me some constructive feedback from a neurotypical stance. I asked people, look, be an holistic, neurotypical, judgy person. I'm not saying anyone was that. I'm just saying, please take that role on and then give me both barrels about my content. This is how I prepared. And for that, I'm more thankful than you know. Yeah, it's incredibly positive. Jansen, hey, how's it going? Welcome. So I'm just reading some of the comments. Yeah, it's all those. We can prevaricate on why it was so utterly fucking awful. For the record, I apologized for some of the things I said. They did not ask me to. I did, because knowing what I know now about what they've gone through, I would have phrased it differently. But this is 99.99% on them, and they're working on it. They are working on it. You convinced me they are very much working on it, and we have a clear line of communication. I've got a straight line of comms now to Dr. K. I'm closer to Dr. K and co than I am a bunch of other autistic YouTubers, put it that way. I don't know if they're doing an enemies closer thing, but if they are, who gives a shit? It's great. This is all good. This is positive and excellent. Who'd have thought? Thank you all for that. I'm just reading your comments. Yeah, Sharks Bite, yes, you can. You can do that, definitely. If you want to mention that you've been in one of my live streams and that I've told you that things are now moving in a positive direction, that would be probably appreciated by me and them. I'll leave it with you. But yeah, things are positive. Not best pals, but we're humans and we're talking. To say I've been stressed about this is an understatement. To say that you guys in the Scratching Post and the Autistic Cat community have been helpful to me is phenomenal. I'm blown away. I had a message from a few of you of support. Scott R, if you're in the chat, it's good to hear you in the Doug too. Amber, I can't even like credit all of you. If you sent me something and you did some homework on my behalf, and I haven't given you XP in the Discord, let me know and then I can give you XP. But really, it's my sincere thanks. Thank you for being able to lean on your brains when I was feeling sick physically and stressed as well. And then, you guys are helping. Jenny K, you too. I'm reading the comments. Lulu Hammer, very nice to catch his live stream. Your content's been very helpful. I find Doc's videos very respectful and well done. I mean, I got a message from someone on the Discord, and it was just a message of support, but it floored me. I went out for a drive today, and Nina was like, "Oh no, you probably want to stay at home," and I'm like, "No, I want to buy some snacks and stuff." And I also lost my AirPods. I left these on the boat. I lost them on the boat because I've just come back to the Isle of Man, by the way, from England. There is a 4-hour ferry journey in the middle, and I left these on the boat. And fortunately, the staff found them, and I had to go to Lost Property and pick them up. Thank you that you can track them anyway. So I desperately wanted to go out and get them. And as I was driving out, I read some messages of support, and I just started crying because I just like this. I don't want to sound grandiose. I am a tiny YouTuber. I don't know what to tell you. My YouTube channel is teeny tiny, but between us all, we have this outsized voice that can actually demand attention and fixing shit for other people. It's great for advocacy. Thank you. I'd say sorry, Jansen. I'm trying to read your message. There's a lot of ignorance. I talked about it with the Healthy Gamer GG Dr. K team as well today. And I went through just the very potted history of the main issues behind the culture of autism research, which, by the way, this is all living memory stuff. Poor old Donna Triplet only died last year. I mean, he was the first person to be diagnosed formally. Was he patient zero? Did he contract it from some alien moon rock? I mean, come on now. And since then, we've just had this long culture of infantilization and othering of essentially a diagnostic criteria even written by neurotypicals about autistic people. And I was not trying to correct their language, but their culture. And I was kind of shocked at how receptive they were, because I was geared up for battle. I hadn't eaten. I was pretty stressed. If you're watching this, guys, I was pretty stressed. 44, yes. Yeah. Recently, medical research told him autism is a superpower. Meant it kindly. I started to cringe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that video by it's Speed. It's a content creator called Speed. He's a content creator. He recently filmed a short. A fan was meeting him, and they filmed a short where they said, "Would you say something to my family member who is autistic?" And Speed said, "Oh, I hope you get better soon, man. I hope you get well soon." And they just burst out laughing, and it is funny, because it's like it's coming from a good place, even if it's like totally misguided. It's just amusing, right? Hey, Regin. So I feel imposter syndrome all the damn time, all the odd day. Small pebbles, big ripples, and all that. I think you said that on Tuesday, Doug. It was after reading your message. I just started crying, mate. I just started crying. I was just driving down. I had to pull over. Just listening to it. You see, and it's just the support I feel is massively encouraging. I did not expect this. I did not expect this. Thank you. I'm just one autistic guy, by the way. I did point that out, by the way, to them. I said, listen, you met one autistic person, you met one autistic person. Bear that in mind. It's a spectrum. Different strengths, different weaknesses. In fact, not only a spiky skill profile exists, but even within one person, it's subject to change depending on environment, how much sleep you've had, how your energy levels are, and so on. Sounds like I'm trying to grab at all of the cards here, but it's not like that at all. I think I did a good job explaining stuff to them. It felt strange explaining like basic shit. Like, have any of you ever had to explain something like, say, for example, English language to like a professor of English, and you've gone, look, semicolons are used to separate two sort of principles in like one sentence, like it's almost like a run-on. And have you ever done that before? Have any of you ever had the experience in life where you're talking to a professor and you're explaining something about their job to them? It's bonkers. Stephanie Alexandra, thank you so much. You did not need to do that. Like you've just bought me lunch tomorrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Can I say I appreciate your kind comments on like all my content more than you don't need to super chat me, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm on a Mac right now. The reason why there's no like fanfare or noise or anything on the super chats is because It's because I'm on my Mac. It's just different software. And they first of all, Nick go, nah, just big commas and stuff. Hey, Igor Rider. How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Concrete Chunk will make it rain. Thank you. That's actually a super generous super chat, by the way. You didn't have to do that. I got distracted by healthy eyebrows. You're not talking about mine, right? Let's do this. Del Khan argues how to win friends and influence people in about 10. Me too. Talking about, well, when I was 10, I was much older than that. But yeah, it's like masking. But to be fair, look, if you are aware of masking and how masking can be useful to you, then you should like totally go ahead and use those skills and those techniques. The thing I talked to Dr. K's team about particularly, I was glad I had a chance to kind of go, I'm glad I had their ears, you know? Couldn't believe it. I'm let it not be said that they don't listen, because they did. But like, I'm like, listen, like stimming, self-soothing, repetitive motions and things, autistic people learn very early to not do those things. And this is where ABA is problematic. Because you just got to be able, thanks, Pastor Joey, Coriel. It's lovely to see some friends in here. Think how many Dreamies catches you could buy with that. Literally 10 bags. 10 bags, yeah, big special offer. Or 2 of the big boxes. That's how many Dreamies. But I'm not going to spend it on Dreamies. I'm going to spend it on a mocha. I'm going to get a mocha with vegan whip and a Beyond Meat sandwich tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do, Stephanie. Thank you so much. It's taken me 3 years. I'm not fully over it. The skill regression after self-diagnosis and comfortable masking again. Yeah. So unhealthy state. Exactly. So I talk to them in terms of like, hey, you want to help autistic people? You know, we can, some of us sometimes have unhealthy stims, or, you know, sometimes we, some things I can't say on YouTube. And so therefore, like learning techniques to redirect is very handy, very useful, very sort of life-preserving and in edifying. You know, we can kind of change stuff. Even like sometimes I grip the skin on the back of my neck and stuff, but, you know, uncontrolled, I'd probably end up picking at my skin and I'd end up with scabs, and then people would look at me weird like I had leprosy or something. So like learning how to just like divert is quite handy. It's quite useful skills. And Stephanie, I'm just like trying to, I'm just steering, I'm just following where things go. It's just, I recently came across bonkers cat treats. Who knew? I don't know. Is that Shape of Soup? Thank you so much again. Ditto. Like you've super chatted me before. Like you really don't have to. I spend this stuff on cat treats and coffee, by the way. That's where it goes. If you wanted to know, what does he do with all the money? It goes on tea and coffee and cat treats. And if I was on my PC, you'd get a little Catmageddon going on. The cat feeder would be going off, but I'm not on my PC. I'm on my Mac. I'm sorry. My PC is where I host the script that connects it all together. Because I don't want to pay for a web server to do it. So I explained that to them. I gave them a primer on just on those things. A little bit about masking, obviously, you know, emotional distress. Nina and I have been talking about this at length, actually, for a little while. I spoke about it with Quinn. We talked about it too, and Thomas too. I brought it up with both of you. Like using alternative labels, for example, emotional distress or emotional distress reactions and things. Because I feel like it must be much more useful to use neutral terms that, and this is not you know, I've been accused of like being super. By the way, my politics gets assumed. I've never talked about my politics. I just go for what I think is the kindest thing, right? But like, my politics gets assumed. Like, oh, you're a lefty snowflake. I mean, it's not far off the truth, but let's be honest. Like, I'm not trying to like chuck in extra terms for things. Damn it! I'm trying to like take them away. I'm trying to like neutral, because like we don't like need to load value judgments on people for stims, and we don't need to load like Andrew H, welcome everybody, welcome Welcome, everybody. Like, we don't need to have... oh, welcome to Patreon, somebody. Whoever just joined Patreon, you're welcome. Like, so we don't have to... I've forgotten the words now. I got distracted. Can you just remind me what I was saying? Sorry, I'm talking like this. It's kind of like a tired, like I'm a bit tired. I've been a bit bewildered recently, but I have been looking after myself. Sean Kittens, coming to your live, Mike. Well, I used to do impromptu lives all the time. So here's one. It's been a while. I kind of feel bad that you guys are like, oh no, you're alive. It's not Tuesday. Thank you, Scooby Kitty. Thanks to everyone for your kindness and support. I have been feeling quite overwhelmed with the support and kindness of everybody, the wider autistic community, the autistic cats in the scratching post. My friends are like Quinn, Autistomatic here. It's properly blown me away. I don't really know how to respond, because it's not a normal experience in my life, so it's all sort of new a little bit, a little twinge of excitement as well. Definitely, it's definitely a little twinge of excitement there. I'm just going to do something that might be interesting. Hang on. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. I'm going to do this. Okay, that's gone really bad. Discard. Okay, that went really bad. I'm going to need a second to fix that. Hang on. What in the Steve Jobs is going on? I need to capture a small portion of my screen, but the option to do that is deprecated. I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to try it anyway. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. So why would you deprecate this? You got to give me a sec. I'm just gonna move it about. Oh, hang on. I can do a thing, can't I? I can do. Yeah, there we go. There you are. There you go. Thought that'd be fun. There you go. Nice little bit of fun there. Of an art facility super times. Oh, equal writer. You. By the way, I'm going to quickly say this before I read Eagle Rider's comment. Like, if you are feeling at all tempted to send me anything, and you are not a member of my Patreon, it would be much better for you to subscribe to the Patreon, even if it's like for a month or something, and cheaper as well. And you'd get so much out of it in return. Like if you want to just send me something, you're perfectly welcome to, and I will spend it on coffee treats and shit. Eagle Rider, super chat, $5 to all of you. Do healthy stims and do them without shame, and give Mike and the kitties some treats for me. Okay, done. Eagle Rider, this is going to happen. Tomorrow is going to be the best day ever. It's going to be cat treats and coffee. It's all going to happen. 80k. Yay. Sorry for my muted reaction. Yay! More autistic cats. We'll gather all the autistic cats. We'll make a big banner. Put them underneath. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so rattled, but I share a lot of my stuff online. You will see that subscriber count go down, by the way, if anyone unsubs. Yannicka, where are the times you lost subs on lives? Pretty much every time, Yannicka. Pretty much every time. The last time there was no negative subs on lives was Claire, when Claire was on with the kittens. All the other times it's been negative. Thank you, everybody. You guys, seriously, this community makes me feel like I place to belong. You all rock. I'm seeing all like normal people. Well, I say normal people. I'm seeing like the people I'm used to in the chat right now. Who's new, by the way? Who's not been here before? Imagine everyone in the same room. It would have to be a massive room. Like, and we all need our own space. I could totally hear Mike doing audiobooks, including commentary. There you go. See, that was a negative sub. See, it's going down now. It's like it's going to go down to 17, isn't it, in a second? See, don't celebrate too early. Congratulations, Mike. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Chris D, I'm new. Welcome, Chris. So on this channel, we do obviously autism and related topics on the main channel. Well, the main long form stuff, and then the lives are a bit more like an ADHD side. And it's a bit ironic, really, or coincidental. I don't know which one it would be. That I have a formal autism diagnosis, a very thorough one with tons of paperwork, but I don't ADHD. And people seem to think I'm ADHD and not autistic, which is really interesting. Andrew H, my first time at live stream, found your channel a few weeks ago. Nice, welcome. Safia, I feel so overstimulated in the same general areas as many people. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Whimpers old. There's so many new people. Hi, V. Oh, cool. So many new people. Okay, cool. Tessa, welcome. Donald, welcome. By the way, Hydra's having this weird dream under here. I want to turn the camera. I used to be able to have multiple camera angles, but I fixed the camera angle right now. Wendy, it's just under a quarter of the population of the island. Oh my goodness. Our population density on the island is really, really like spread out though. So, okay, so we have got Tea and Tales coming up. We've got some fantastic books. I've had a lot on. Like, I've obviously got my like normal civilian day job. Having said that, YouTube is taking. Sorry, one sec. YouTube is taking an awful lot of time, an awful lot of priority over what I'm doing. I'm kind of full time on YouTube. It's not like a full time wage, but it's full time time. And then I've got my normal job, and then obviously family, and then pets and stuff as well. So I'm kind of trying to do more and more YouTube. Get a lot out of it, and I feel like I'm doing some good, you know. First of all, I used to know someone from the Isle of Man. It's quite possible she was one of us. It's not Wendy, is it? The majority of us autistics also have ADHD, natural wrong assumption. I forget the crossover numbers. It's quite high, though. All of the YouTubes. I really wish my favorite autism and Tourette's content creators were not all in the UK area. It makes me feel alone out in the middle of the US. Hydra dreams of Snangies. Right, doctors thought ADD. I was ADD in 1983. They were wrong. I'm autistic. Yep. So new stuff. So we do all kinds of things. I've been on YouTube now for what, like 10 months? It's 10 months. I'm pretty sure it's 10 months because I remember it being about Halloween. So I will do a year in review. Honestly, that's going to be a heck of a video because a lot's happened in the last year. Wouldn't you agree, Yannicka? Sorry. A lot has happened in the last year. A lot has happened in the last year. Like holy shit, a lot has happened in the last year. A lot of I did not expect things. So I'm pretty shocked, if I dare say so myself. Yannicka, you're going to have to start explaining stuff. So rather be cryptic. Thank you so much, 21 Kittens. I love your username and your profile picture. Serious question: is BPD a neurodivergence or just personality disorder? Having a hard time to figure out what I am, BPD or ASD? BPD is often misdiagnosed. So I'll give you an example. I spoke to my psychologist. I obviously had a lot of questions. She was very well prepared. One of them is, what's the deal with BPD? And she said, that's essentially what a lot of female or AFABs or women that have grown up as girls, female presenting, struggle with, because a lot of them get diagnosed with BPD when actually they're autistic. And my psychologist was doing a lot of work with essentially undiagnosing BPD and re-diagnosing ASD. So there you go. I'll leave it there. BPD is vastly over-diagnosed. As for neurodivergence, well, this is a whole new topic, because neurodiversity was coined as an analogy to biodiversity. So biodiversity is something that's really close to my heart. I love being in the sea. I used to do a lot of marine science. I still do. I'm still involved, by the way. I'll still get texts when a dead thing washes up, or to go and help out with some marine science project. I love it so much. I love it. It gives me tingles. But obviously, biodiversity is everything. You are biodiversity. Hydra is biodiversity. The little darkling beetles that occasionally scuttle about are biodiversity. Everything alive, the grass, the trees, the ground, it's all biodiversity. So yes, BPD is biodiversity, dyslexia is biodiversity, Tourette's is biodiversity. Neurotypicality, being holistic, is biodiversity. Neurodiversity is practically a meaningless label, with the exception to the fact that it highlights something that people aren't aware of. So when you say neurodiversity to holistic, non-autistic, neurotypicals, blah, 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 you're kind of like raising their consciousness to the fact that there are other ways of being. Some of those ways of being are not that great. Psychopathy, for example, sociopathy, these are all neurodivergencies too. It's about variance. Have a look at autistic content creators. Consume some of their content. I can recommend some to you. But read some books, hang around autistic spaces. By the way, even if you are not autistic, you could be holistic and BPD, like all these things. I know how it feels to be where you are and trying to figure it out and trying to tease these things apart. Sometimes it helps to get on a waiting list for a professional diagnosis one way or another. But even then, like if you go for an autism diagnosis, there's going to be like a positive or negative. That doesn't mean that you haven't learned something or that you aren't something else. And whatever happens, you're accepted here. Deal? For those that are new, Dr. K and I have been corresponding. In fact, we've actually been talking. And Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG, I am impressed with how much they are taking on in terms of listening and putting things right. I've been right in the middle of that group, and I've had an opportunity to say the things you guys needed saying. This is not bad. This is all very positive. It's not going to change overnight, but they have actually made changes, significant changes already. When's the Autistic Air versus Dr. K boxing match? It still may happen. We shall see. We're about the same age. Yeah, about the same size. And I've been training with Thomas Henley, so I know I don't rate his chances. We're glad you reaching out to him. Well, to be fair, can I be fair and say I did say in my video, if Dr. KU or your team are watching this, please reach out to me. They did. They reached out to me, and it's been now about a week, and we've had back and forth, and we've spoken to each other like video call. We are doing the thing. This will improve things. I know it begs the question, how the hell? I would like to not dwell on that too much, because how the hell is right, and I'm improving the lack of understanding. And I'm not saying I am all autistic people. I'm not saying I'm leading autistic people. I did say that to them. I said I'm one autistic person. But what I can do for you is fix some of this. We talked about the research. We got into the research. We looked at the papers, and I talked about the disconnect in autism research. Jansen, you'll like this. We talked about the disconnect. I made a video about it. The BBC, but almost reacting to the BBC making a video about it, a little mini documentary. Be careful, we can be manipulated by faux authenticity. You are correct. Mike, please can you help raise a profile of non-speaking autistic people? Gregory C. Tino on YouTube and Ben B in my own words on Facebook and others who I haven't found yet. Yes, there are some non-speaking autists in part of the Autistic Cats and also in the Scratching Post. And yeah, I want to do what I can. Absolutely. We can even do like collaborative stuff. I haven't yet made a specific video on non-speaking autists, but yeah, you can fully expect that from me. You can. Stop it, Jansen. We're not doing this. Put your ukulele away. I wished Meg never made that video. I'll be honest. It's not her fault. We're a little bit spicy. Everyone's neurospicy. Spicy. Spicy is better than bland. We're going down to the lobby. Let's all go down to the lobby. Let's go down to the lobby. Spicy is better than bland. Einstein was neurospicy. We don't know this. The diagnostic criterion was not available at the time, and we can't really diagnose people retrospectively. What was it? Edison was neurospicy. We don't actually know about Edison exactly, do we? Because he stole a lot of stuff from Tesla and Nikola Tesla and blah, blah, blah. But, Jack's put it in a song, so he was there. Imagine if they made a band. I'm enjoying the chat right now. It's encouraging me to continue. That's Jansen's fault. Blame Jansen for that. You should do a remix where it's factually correct and send it to Dr. K. Do you know what? I literally could, because we have each other's contact details now. We're talking numbers. We're video called in touch. We're in touch now. We're doing the thing. I guess that's good news, right? I wasn't going to share that on this stream straight away, but you're all asking and everyone's curious, and I have mentioned it. So this isn't closure. This is just progress, and everything's very positive. I'm blown away by that, by the way. That wasn't my expectation, but I'm super impressed with them taking stuff on board. Now we know it's early days. Yes, you're right. It could all be manipulative nonsense, but I don't think so. But it could be. We don't know. We'll find out. Take care, Yannicka. I prefer your version AF. Yeah, me too. I'm glad you sang the lobby song. I was trying to think about what it's from. Yeah, it's from the lobby. Sorry. I'm just like a medium salsa autistic. It's good news. Progress is always good. Helen, progress. But isn't it delightful? Like, think about their reach and the fact that they now have spoken to an autistic person about, it's good, right? I'm just gonna crack the window a tiny bit. Tea Fairy is asleep on the sofa. I did suspect as such because there was no tea coming. Like this stream, an 18K stream, and there's no tea. Tea Fairy, what are you doing? Nina, what are you doing? So I just closed the door so I don't bother. TJ, I'm Ghost Pepper autistic. Can I be a Washibi autistic now? What? I'm feeling a YouTube poll coming on. What kind of autistic are you? And then like different levels of spice. Sarah with an H. Mike, I'm glad you've had a positive experience speaking up about autism for your community. Yeah, it's positive. I wouldn't say I've had a positive experience. I've had a lot of stress. I've been really stressed about it all. I would never say I'm Christy. I'd never say I'm Neuro Scoville a million. Neurospice level mild to medium. All Neuro Wasabis, please stand up. Even psychiatrists diagnose people when they're not at work. I believe it's humane and natural to label each other. It's our responsibility not to judge people too badly on those labels. Okay. Jackie, I think I missed something very important. You might have to rewatch. Esmeralda, if it helps with stress level, Mike, you've made a huge difference in many lives. That's what I was terrified of. Helen, Mike, Sleepy Tea Fairy, say hi when she wakes up. You say hi yourself. Don't get me to do your admin. Corinne, what's this level of spice in a spiffle? When we got onto lava, I might start taking notice. Do you not know the Neurospicy song, Corinne? Did I not sing it to you when I was over? I have to say, to make a video about autism and not consult or include autistic people is a bit nuts. It's like autism. Yeah, it is a bit nuts. And I'm not going to say too much more about the reasons for how it all happened. Bad reasons. Yeah. But, positive. I haven't agreed with them that I would be saying certain things. I haven't agreed that I'd be doing like whatever. They are thinking about how to do correction, retraction type of stuff. And that's great. I'm happy to support them with that. I'm Tabasco spicy. Become your salty. God, I please sing. I'll sing for super chats. No, I'm joking. That Neurospicy song actually is really, really catchy. If you haven't seen it, it's Jax. She's the lady that made the Victoria's Secret song, which I think is just amazing. And I love Jax's shorts. She does some really entertaining shorts where she uses, like other musical YouTubers, she collaborates with them. She does tons of collabs. And they're great. I really like them. I subscribe and I enjoy. However, the Neurospicy song is a standalone on an album of unrelated other little ditties. And I don't suppose any of you would enjoy it. And I can't play it here. I'll play it in the Discord after party. That's what we'll do. We'll play it in the Discord after party. Charles Bite, I don't know if there is a way we can split up a level of support needs to be more specific, but I'm sorry, support needs when it comes to social. Right, so Shark's Bite, this is what you do. Like for example, it would be called either a support plan or a care plan. Like to be specific, I have this is Hydra turning things off. There we go, back again. I have a document listing the things that I need support with in the environments in which I need them. It's like that kind of thing, So say, for example, I were working for someone, I was employed. Say I got a job back at Microsoft again. I wouldn't hesitate to give them that document as I wouldn't mention it at interview, FYI. I'd mention it to like HR afterwards. It'd just be just matter of fact, really. Just these are my requirements, and they're quite basic, really. And to be fair, a lot of these accommodations are ones that should really be available to the majority of people in the majority of workplaces. We're not asking for, give me more money because of my autism or something like that. Or like give me the right to hire and fire people I don't like. It's not like you're asking for like a ray gun or something. Oh, take care, Eagle Rider. We can patch you up. Do video chat with your best friends, please. Stephanie, it's an annoyingly catchy tune. It is, and I find myself humming it, and it's annoying. I listen to music when I don't want to listen to music, just to get that earworm out of my mind. Can the song be notified beforehand so if somebody doesn't want to hear it, they can leave and then re-enter in the song sofa? If you really don't want to hear it, it's fine. I can post a link in the music channel, and then people can just watch it on their own time. That's an accommodation for everyone, isn't it? You can choose. We can put it in spoiler tags as well. Ooh, vid idea. How do you get clients? Harriet, you can post them in the. I've got a video ideas channel. Oh, so for everyone, by the way, FYI, if you're part of the Discord, post them in the video ideas channel because I harvest from there. It's really handy. Like if you want to help me out, post video ideas in there. It's great. Let me just scroll. How do you get clients to accommodate you and not discriminate? Pretty sure in the UK, at least, clients can discriminate on the basis of particular characteristics. Yeah, cool. Done. It's actually already in my list, sort of. Do you mean like clients from this perspective of like being self-employed, or do you mean it from the perspective of being an employee for another organization? So are there two parties and like three parties in this? Yourself, your employer, and the client, or is it like you and the client? Is it A and B, or is it A, B, C? Let me know. Well, that's immense, Mike. So, the change in understanding could step forward, the beginning of change in using ingredients one flavor at a time. And thanks to the whole group. Damn straight. To say I couldn't do this without you all is true. Joe Dragon, Matthew, be more mindful and excusing myself from the situation. If I was prevented from dealing with them, I'd done better. I'm not apologizing though. Jansen, honestly, I'm thinking about going on holiday next week. You have a Neuro Spicy t-shirt? Send me a link on the Discord of the Snail. I want to see this t-shirt. I get the hook of a song and repeat stuck in my head. Yep. Oh, if any of you want a hook of a song stuck in your head, and you're there is always the Hydra song. Oh, it's okay. We can join it out with the Hydra song. Yeah. Hang on 1 second. Everybody, turn speakers up. Turn your speaker up. Turn your speaker up. Turn your speaker up. Everybody, turn speaker up. Listen. Let's try something. Excuse me. Ready? Everyone ready? Everything really quiet? Are you standing next to your smart speaker of choice? Then let's begin. Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Hey Google, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF on YouTube Music. Hey Siri, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF on Apple Music. No, don't play it. Don't play it. No. I said, no, I'm pranking people. Stop it. There we go. How was that? It actually works for me as well. Did you hear it in the background then for a second? Did it work? Did I get anyone? Did everyone get the Hydra song? I get paid a third of a cent for every play. Do anyone kittens? My ambition is to set us off. Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Stephanie Alexandria, yeah, it worked. How many people did I get? Didn't hear it. Didn't get me. So TJ. That's going places. I know, right? Isn't that cool? I just thought like that would be quite a cool way to. I think your British accent threw Alexa off for me. Okay, Christy, what accent am I doing? Hey, hey Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. I don't even know what that accent is. I'm terribly sorry that everyone had to hear that. I played it twice. You owe me, Mike. You just had about 5 cents. Oh, you know, it would be funny if the musicians weren't so expensive. They were all really lovely, but they were all, you know, I don't think that song is never going to break even. Like, for that song to break even, it is going to require an awful lot of plays. And I'm not even joking. Like, I can calculate how many plays. Do you want me to tell you how many plays it's going to need to pay that song off? $250,000 plays is what it's going to need to break even. That's quite impressive. That accent sounded racist for a race that didn't even exist. DJ, it wasn't even like an accent, was it? My Alexa is connected to the soundbar for the TV and watching this on. She's super confused right now. I'll play it even if Jay was saying, we can. So what you're saying is we need to play it on loop, probably sleep even if the volume's low. So every time today, then everyone put it on loop for next year. But like, there may be more music in the future. I thought it was really good fun to do. But yeah, 250,000. It needs about 250,000 plays to actually break even. I'm not even asking you to do it. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's perfectly fine. It's called channel reinvestment. Eagle Rider, it kind of sounded like a bad Rez. What's Rez? Rez accent from the South, honest. What's a Rez accent? Use a whole Hydra album. Oh, steady on. She's got a whole load of kittens. Should we go into the vets soon for spaying? Does anyone know 250,000 people? I was literally thinking, if that's the way it deserves that many plays and more, can we make it happen? I just think it's just really funny. I'm sorry. It just tickles me. Like I said to Nina the other day, because I did this little trick on my last stream as well. And Nina just thought it was the funniest thing. And I think it's just amusing. Playing on YouTube does count, yeah. We need a bulk Hydra. Mike, you forgot Bixby on a Samsung phone. Okay, what I need to do is write down a list of all of the different things and then just say them all at the same time. Reservation Native American. Did I sound Native American? Res accents are kind of cross of ghetto, hillbilly, and Hispanic. Okay. That accent sounded like a Ryan Kelly doing US. So it's an impression of a Ryan Kelly doing an impression of a US accent. Wow. I don't know where to go from here. YouTube only counts unique views though, right? I'm not sure actually. It's on YouTube Music. The song is on YouTube Music. I would say just enjoy it. Might give Saber a cuddle from me. Yes, of course. Saber is here. This is where he lives. He leans over my arm. He's my familiar. And I will pick him up. And he's getting quite chonky because of the kitten food. There's also Sonos, Mike. Yes, there is. I will turn around so you can see his face. Look at his cute face. Isn't he cute? Isn't he lovely? Look. Oh, wait. I've got some stuff. I've got some stuff that I haven't opened. I'm going to open some stuff. I'm going to do a look. Hello, yeah, I think so. No, if you play it on like Spotify, it's every single stream. There's some stuff in here from Helen and family, which I haven't opened. So, interactive rolling ball. This ball is so cool. I think this will be a good one. It says on screen. This ball is so cool. I think it'll be a good one. Okay. USB. Oh, Hydra's interested. Hydra's like, what this? I'm going to charge it. It's possible Nina has been playing with these things. I'm going to pop it on charge. How do I open it up? Oh, I see. Oh, it's USB-C. USB-C chargeable. Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to charge it. It looks like it lights up. I think the kitties will enjoy that. It's like Stim Toys for kitties. R2 love that ball. Amazing. It found a hole. Thomas only goes. CSP 600. Okay, it's a little bit more than $250,000 then. It was nearly that in pounds. Eek. This robot mouse is quite noisy. I'm not sure how this one will go down. Let's see. Electronic plush mouse. Look. Oh my goodness, Hydra's going to get it. Hydra's going to get it. She's right under it. She's literally sniffing it. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I'm going to... Right. That's quite noisy. That's quite noisy. I'm gonna set it off. Look at Sabre's on. Oh, you can't see. I need to set up another camera. I can do another camera angle using my phone. That's what I can do. Have I got Epoch Cam installed? Let me just do a quick. I'm going to do a quick check to see if I've got Epoch Cam installed. Hang on. I don't have Epoch Cam installed, but what I can do is I can move the camera. Oh, hang on. The camera zoomed in slightly. I can zoom it out. Hang on. Sabre, stop it. Elgato Camera Hub. Hang on. Right, 1 second. Right, I can do camera, and I can go woof like that. There we go. Okay, so it looks a little bit weird. All right, it looks like a bit of nothing, right? But you can see him, right? Oh, you can't because it's all gone big. Okay. Okay, let's just do that. Right. Hydra. Can you see Hydra? Let me tilt the camera down. Hang on. Okay. Oh, this kind of works, right? This kind of works. Here we go. We're going to do it. Are we ready? There's one more thing in here, by the way. So don't go. We're going to open the last thing in a moment. Let me just move something. All right, I need this over here. Okay, we're going to go. This is going to be a little bit noisy. Holy crap, it's fast. It's lightning mouse. Holy shit. It's quite noisy and fast. It's like an autism speaks car. It's having a fit. Am I still connected? I don't. Right. Hydra's saying thank you very much for that. She's right here. Hydra's holding it. You can't see it. USB mouse on speed. It's a bit. It's a bit much. It's really fast. I'd say it's about 5 miles an hour. Hydra's sitting up now. Oh, I wish you guys could see. I know. Holy crap, it's just kamikazed off the desk. Oh my goodness. It's really quick. It's faster than a fast walker. It's really annoying. It's under the desk. I don't know. Oh my goodness me. It's so loud and flashy. And Hydra is like, I love it. There will be video. Thanks, Helen. Thanks, DJ. There'll be video on Discord. Okay. Okay, you killed it. You killed it. You killed it. It's called Electric Plush Mouse. And yes, this robot mouse is quite noisy. I'm not sure how this will go down. It goes down, is what it does. Electric plush mouse. It's aggressive. Some of the cats will be frightened of this. They will think they're being attacked. Hydra is like all over it. She killed it. It's still alive. I just turned it off. Okay, peace has been resumed. One more thing. ADHD mouse. It's yeah. Mouse is off right now. It's so noisy. This frog has been operated on and is now silent. Look, The frog's been operated on. Good night, Wendy. The frog is now... Nina, I was trying to keep quiet for you. The mouse woke Nina up. The tea fairy is now awake. This thing, Hydra loves it, and it is violent as all hell.
The mouse did not wake me up.
The mouse did not wake you up. Okay, you sure about that?
My need for tea woke me up.
Okay. Invisible Hand of Tea has just passed me this, available in the store, obviously. I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to like be super commercial or anything. I'm trying to be super fun. Just thought I'd say, right? But and Invisible Hand of Tea has also passed me 3 candy kittens, which I believe also came from Helen and family. They did, okay. I will eat them off microphone. Here we go. Okay, it's Fluffy Frog. Look. It's been operated on and is now silent. Was it supposed to? Oh, it's a bean. Oh, you just got cut the tea bag, pour the superfine catnip. Oh, it's catnip bag. Has he been? Is the catnip bag in? How do you open it? I don't know. What does it smell like? It just smells like fluff. Where's the flavor? Okay, there's a frog. I will give this to the pets, and they can enjoy cuddling it and biting it and everything. Thank you so much for the haul, by the way. This thing is incredible. I don't know what to tell you. This is right wherever you get it from. There should be some Amazon affiliate links at some point, but like it is fast. It's electronic plush mouse, simulated call, vibration running, avoiding obstacles, plush touch. Actually, it's just violent. It's a violent mouse. And I think the cats are going to love it. Roll the other ball. Yeah. Roll. Oh, this one. Ready? Are we back onto malpractice again? Things are getting better. I'm working with Healthy Gamer GG. Okay, here we go. I like this already. This is quieter. Look, it's an automatic cat ball. Let me get a cat. Let's get a cat again. That's cool. Oh wow, this is I love this, by the way. This is more my thing. The mouse I will use. It's an automatic. It's an automatic ball. It flashes and moves. That's not me moving it. It's automated. Look. Oh, I've just thought of something. Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. Today sponsored by Vibrating Ball. Vibrating Ball is fun and stimmy and flashy and lighty. And Vibrating Ball is vibratey, and look at it, it vibrates in my hand. If you two would like a whoa, that's actually it's quite fast actually. It spins up. This one is my favorite. I think the kittens are gonna go nuts for this. This ball is cool. It's not loud, and it literally lights up, and it rolls by itself. It's like that's so cool. I love it. Look, see what I'm saying? This special vibrating ball could be yours. It's not going to be yours. I'm going to keep it because I think the kitties deserve it. But like this similar ball could be yours. Please go to bellissimo.com/vibrating balls and use your special code AF to get a gift voucher for vibrating balls. I probably shouldn't, should I? Okay. I will play with that shortly. Do you know what? I'll leave it charging so that I can. I'll play with it. It gives me great joy to watch the cats charging around after it. This is actually pretty cool. I think that's going to be my favorite thing if it survives, and I think it will do because it's pretty solid. And USB chargeable, which is also pretty cool. So no messing about with batteries. It's on charge. The ball is very stimmy. I need a couple of those from Bellissimo or wherever Paige, Meg, and other female content creators get their sponsorship from. And you too can have vibrating balls. I don't think I'm on brand safe. I don't think I'm brand safe. I'm like, hey Meg, I'm getting a Bellissimo advert. I'm going to zoom in the camera a tiny bit. Oh, too much. That's better, isn't it? I found that there's a right way to play with a toy, then I'll find the wrong way to play with it. Exactly. Any toy can be a sex toy. Sorry, that came out wrong. Not brand safe. I'll just drink this. Hello, Mrs. Biffle Chips. How are you doing? Welcome. You joined us at a rather funny moment. My cat is slightly too old to enjoy toys anymore. But she loves plushies, so I tried to get a frog for her. If you can get a feather, she might enjoy that, even when she's old. She might enjoy it, you know. Christy, that's not what I was saying. Family channel. Well, actually, this is content for adults. And I know there are some younger folks watching. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be okay. I'm just going to drink my tea because I perceived it came out exactly as I expected it to. Because I think I could do a very, very funny adult female stim toy review. I think I could do it. I think it would be amusing. Hey, Layla P, you've joined at a rather odd time. Shape of soup, maybe so. I'm not quite convinced it's natural with orthogonally shaped silicone toys, though. No judgment, none whatsoever. That's how people end up in A&E. Leda P, how late am I? Nice to see you. Oh no, I was playing with some toys for the cats, but it ended up going a little bit off plan for a second. I had off your hosting toy, just say. Okay. As we were. Miss Pat, not sure who would confuse this as content for kids. It's not content for kids. But like, can I tell you genuinely that the average age demographic of my channel is actually quite young. It's skewed slightly younger than other autistic YouTubers. Isn't that strange? I think YouTube's made a mistake, but apparently so. But not on Discord. Discord, it's like... Discord, I think we've got like 16 to 75, I think. Tabin 3001. Should really be sleeping right now, but this is definitely better. I agree. I have trouble sleeping sometimes. Load of P, really? As in terms of demographics, yeah? Yeah. The demographics here on YouTube seem to be skewed slightly. 21 kittens, yeah. So I use this particular song because I love it so much, and it just helps my brain settle down. We don't have to have it on all the time, but I might have to just to get me thinking right. Before recording a YouTube video, I tend to listen to music. There's some songs that work really well for me. Daft Punk. I'm not a huge fan of Daft Punk, but I do listen to them when I'm filming, or just before filming. Imagine Dragons too sometimes. No more LimeWire songs of peeping songs inside. Well, Hydra Rising is on LimeWire too, by the way. I know, right? I was surprised. But yeah, Hydra Rising is on LimeWire. I don't know. It's just the distributor. They post it everywhere. It's on TikTok too. Oh, Shape of Suit, basically, this is the way it works, is that YouTube filters naughty language. Stream Elements also does a little bit extra on top, as in auto modding. And Discord, we have no such moderation controls. Hello, LimeWire apparently still exists. Yeah, I saw the logo on the list of services where Hydra Rising is. Hydra Rising's all over our house. Yeah. Harriet Winterbank saw Riverdance live in Dublin. That's amazing. I'd love to see Riverdance. They were a big thing when I was a teenager. They were like on like the Real Variety Performance and all this sort of stuff. Can I help you? Saber looking at me. Would you like a toy? Would you like a fluffy frog? Have fluffy frog. Okay, Saber is currently sniffing. He's currently headbutting Fluffy Frog. Okay, Fluffy Frog is being Oh, he's lying on his side and he's batting Fluffy Frog now. Anyone braving the Oasis reunion concerts? I would, if it were a possible thing. I think they're going to be a bit overdone. So as an example, I didn't go to the Taylor Swift Eras tour because it's too many people. Do you know what I'm saying? I actually really like concerts on the Isle of Man, by the way. Every year we get some big artists come over. And so last year we had Jessie J, we had the guy who sings I'm Only Human After All, Rag and Bone Man. We had, do you have The Darkness? I think we had I Believe in a Thing Called Love. That one. We have a few. Nina and I went to see Belinda Carlisle a couple of years ago, and that was amazing. That was last year, I think. Was it? Or the year before? It was amazing. Oh, Belinda Carlisle was just so good. And yeah, Top Loader. Saw Top Loader a couple of years ago too. But on the Isle of Man, it's all like kind of chill. Do you know what I mean? We get kind of like those quote unquote intimate concerts. Little Buns, hello. It's ages since I've been able to join the stream. It's ages since I've seen your username. Welcome back. I was playing some Oasis right now. Yeah, do you know what? This might just be a con to get more plays on Spotify. But I've been listening to some Oasis when I was in England as well, which is very unlike me because I don't really listen to Oasis. I do love your singing. Well, I'm feeling a little bit bleh, so the singing's coming out a little bit bleh. I have a very small musical range with my voice, but I can do it if I warm up a bit. I can play piano though. We need an autistic showing, everyone nicely spaced out and everyone able to stim away. I saw Cats as well. Cats was really good. Nina and I, we saw Lion King in London. That was really good as well. Actually, Lion King was interesting because, you know, the main scene with all of the animals, they do, and they were all there. Yeah, that bit was just like so magical. I could have just watched that 20 times and left because it obviously had all the story stuff in between. And I wasn't that bothered about, like, I Can't Wait to Be King stuff, like Pumbaa Timon stuff. I wasn't that bothered about it. But that like was amazing. It was so cool. My everything's going to hurt as long as I'm back in day. I can take care. I'm realizing. Well, your muscles will get better. Apparently, that's what people have been telling me. So that's probably the same for you too. So you'll start hurting for a bit, but then you'll get used to it. Thanks for making me feel my age. My cats are fighting again. Oh, tell them to stop swearing. Mike, what is the music that plays at the end of your videos? It is... 1 second. This is my ending music. Don't worry, I'm not going. I'm playing the ending music while I search for the name of it. It's written on my mixing desk, but it's very small. I can't read it. I know. It's called Inspiration by Megan. This is it. This is the ending music. I never ever did any sort of market research to ask you guys if you liked it or not. I just do the things I want to do, and you enjoy it. Miss Pat, it's been a month, Mike. What do you mean it's been a month? Oh, you've been a month and you're still hurting. Oh no. Yeah, epidemic sound. Lola P, thank you so much. I'm a teeny tiny YouTuber. But it's been 10 months. We should all do a song together. Like, who's down to like make a song? Just even just like a silly thing. I think it could be fun. Oh, I never told you. When I saw Thomas Henley, I sat in his little studio space. I was there. I was sitting in Thomas Henley's studio space, ready to go live, by the way, but I had to go and get a ferry, so I didn't. But I could have gone live from Thomas Henley's YouTube account. How's that? That would have been fun. I never thought, by the way, when I was sitting in the garden, looking on my phone, watching some videos from this YouTuber that I'd, be going around his house, hanging out. Strange experience. There you go. It's funny how life pans out sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, Helen, right? Like, I mean, it's weird, like having just, some of the experiences I've had over the past year have been something else, We've played games, we've got to know each other. Some of us have made friendships. Some of us a little bit more than friendships. So much I can't say. Miss Pat, Thomas is doing all right. Thomas is doing all right. Oh, Darkness Singer has his own YouTube channel. Oh, cool. I'll check that out. Do I know creative autistic? No, I don't. Oh, by the way, can I say something? I got to know Claire as a result of my live stream breaking, and TJ mentioned that Claire was streaming, and I was on the live stream on my phone, although the audio feed had all gone because I lost my internet, but my phone was obviously on mobile cellular data. And I wrote on there, go to Claire's live stream and say, hey from the Autistic Hats, say hey from Autistic AF, etc. And you guys did, and Claire wrote it down, and then Claire and I have been in touch, and then we developed a friendship from that point on. So if you guys want me to see me do stuff with other YouTubers, I'm down for it. Give them a ping too. I mean, all I can do is drop them an email or whatever, but or a DM or whatever. YouTube doesn't have social media built in, not really. Do you know what I mean? You can't DM people, you can't have proper conversations. YouTube comments is a bit weird. It's a bit standalone. So if there's anyone you think I should be in touch with, let me know. But I've become really good friends with Claire and Jen and Quinn and Thomas in the past year. And Meg too. I forgot to mention Meg. Apologies, Meg. And I've been able to connect some of these people too. Do you know what I mean? But not only have I been able to meet some of these people that have actually helped me without realizing it, I was just lurking. I was just watching some of the videos. Not only have they've been able to help me in that way, but I've been able to connect them with other YouTube friends. Fucking bonkers, isn't it? Don't you think that's weird? In the best possible way. And then you guys have helped me to help Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG. I mean, this is nothing to say about the friendships that we've formed with each other. I mean, some of you are not aware about the friendships we've formed on the Autistic AF Discord side of the community. And then beyond that, in the live streams, and then beyond that, and on other creators' live streams and their communities too. There's a lot of the same people kind of in that cloud. I think it's fucking amazing, and the autism community in general online, but especially on YouTube, is kind of pretty drama-free. Like pretty healthy, I would say. Also, in general, really accommodating and welcoming to allistics, non-autistic people wondering if they might be autistic, and also self-identification / self-diagnosis. Identification is a better word than diagnosis, because diagnosis is like disease, and you don't, if autism is not in and of itself a disorder, deficit, disease, then one does not diagnose it. Does that make sense? I know we still have the language, but I will definitely be on LinkedIn at some point. I'll be on X, formerly Twitter, at one point. Good to connect to autistic YouTubers. I hope I go once. Yep. Yeah, that's on the ADHD communities. Yeah. I just found my Instagram messages, and yes, Thomas and I are now in touch. Quinn, yes, brilliant. You're both fantastic people. Different, but fantastic. And I just love, these are diagnosed gainers too. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Great to see you collabs with the autistic YouTubers, entertaining, instructive. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you very much. I actually have some video content I filmed with Thomas to construct and stick up as a YouTube short. So watch out for that in the next couple of days, maybe even tomorrow. Self-realized, yeah. I mean, nobody had diagnosed my homosexuality. Sorry, heterosexuality. No, someone's going to clip that. Like no one's sort of diagnosed my maleness. No one's diagnosed, like, and then the sexuality thing. It's like, no one gives you your sexuality. You don't need a marriage certificate to love someone, as an example. I'm not saying, there's no judgment, there's no value judgments here I'm making at all. I'm just saying, like, the piece of paper that I have regarding my autism was very validating. I still sometimes feel like I'm not autistic. In fact, something I struggle with quite often, especially on live streams, is when I think to myself, I am misleading you all. I feel that a lot. I often feel like, it's a secret truth. I just feel like I'm just misleading you all. And I just feel like, I'm a fraud, and I feel like that a lot. Harry Winterback, well, doctors sort of diagnose you when you're born. Yeah, it's true. And for some people, they get it wrong. That's absolutely the truth. That's absolutely the case, Harriet. You're right. Yeah, misleading what way? Just imposter syndrome. It does feel very much like I'm... autism isn't a disability. Specific autistic traits that impact life in debilitating ways of disability, subtle difference. Shape of soup, correct. The majority of that comes down to the social model of disability, which I talked about with Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG, today on video call. And, there are aspects that would be disabling. I think a zombie apocalypse scenario, assume a zombie apocalypse, which doesn't have actual zombies or like crime or any bad stuff. Basically you're just at peace and you're on your own, but you're alive and you're on the planet, and you've got all the medicine you need. I've got all the contact lenses I need, all the food I need. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There's no stress, right? Would autism still be debilitating in that context? And in some respects, yeah, the sensory processing side of things, it would still be an issue for me. Dude, you're literally autistic AF. And I just, I do feel that way a lot. And it's quite interesting because when people have forwarded me links to where I've been mentioned or discussed on Reddit or on forums or whatever, people don't say that guy's not autistic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm working off of negativity. None of this is from anyone. Even trolls haven't gone, "You're not autistic." Put it that way. Even my detractors haven't gone, "Yeah, he's making it up." This is coming from me inside, internally. I'll be right back. I've got to let Maisie in. So imposter syndrome is so real. It's painfully real. Much of disability part I experienced as a result of trauma or years of low-grade constant stress. Exactly. I discussed that as well with the Healthy Gamer team, explaining that a lot of autistic people, a lot of authors have mentioned running at a higher level of anxiety or a higher level of stress, almost like a combustion engine that's running the revs a little bit. Where am I on the screen? A bit higher on the revs, just that little bit. And, it uses up more energy, uses up more fuel in order to do perhaps the same things as someone with a more efficient, if you like, engine that's running. And it kind of feels a bit like that too. Yeah, that's true. Definitely the damage that's been done. Trauma. Jenny K. How do you mean? Tanwin, the thing Nuka is listening and relating to so much to all you guys, and that's what I hope to provide for others. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is kind of my career now. It's becoming quite rapidly my job now, which is weird. Like I was saying to Nina the other day, like, did you ever think like a year ago, like this would be like 6 months ago, like, but like providing those spaces is so important to me because it was important to me very recently. Even 18 months ago, I was looking for spaces on people to just, hey, look, can you just quickly just sanity check this for me? And I did a lot of this stuff on my own, maybe with just the help of the odd YouTube video and the YouTube video comment section. It's not enough. It's hard to find someone who specializes in adult diagnosis. Thank you, Saber. I'm just reading the comment section here in the chat, right? And there's just so. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click it. I didn't mean to put you in lights there. But yeah, actually, that's a really good comment. Actually, even so, eliminating societal factors and environmentally acquired factors, some aspects of autism will still be debilitating. But that doesn't make it overall a non-disorder disorder. I agree with you, indeed. Oh, that's so funny. Saber was just lifted up his head with the green box in it. Mate, you're getting bigger than you should be. You're eating kitten food, is what you're doing. You are babysitting and you are eating their food. Neurogiza, how's it going? Yeah. So the imposter syndrome is real. And what I would say to you, if any of you are out there struggling with imposter syndrome, is that there have been some studies in relating to autism. Saber is playing with the mouse on my desk, which is off currently, obviously. The mouse has got like a feather on its tail. It's just set up as cat heaven, that thing. Yes, what was I saying? Imposter syndrome. If any of you are struggling with imposter syndrome, what you need to know is that some studies have been done recently into the autistic experience, but also the researchers have had the wherewithal, the foresight to include an additional criteria for test, which is those that are self-reporting autism, as opposed to those with formal diagnosis. Now, the difference in outcomes between those with formal diagnosis and those self-reporting is near identical. Like, near identical. Like, if generally speaking, all right, don't quote me on this, but this is kind of the truth, right? I will make a video about it where I will lay out all the evidence. But generally speaking, if you think you're autistic, you probably are. Generally speaking. Hele, it is self-doubt, yeah. Imposter syndrome is self-doubt, yeah. Jansen, I get frequent imposter syndrome about autism and also my job. One of the reasons I'm seeking formal diagnosis next year. Jansen, yeah, it helps. It helps. It does. It does. It does. Studies, Francine. And we're not talking about like studies into self-identification. I'm talking about studies that are in some area, some aspect of the autistic lived experience, but they have included specifically those self-reporting autism as opposed to those with a formal diagnosis. And it's just really interesting to see the stats because there are many studies do, autistic holistic, but very few do autistic, formal, autistic, self, and that's just it's such a cool way. I mean, obviously it increases the sample sizes you need to manage, but when you blind it, it's a fantastic thing just to look at. It's a fantastic thing to just see this so similar. ADHD and CPST-ESD, says Neurogeezer, have some overlapping features with autism. Yes. The third day, or third week, really, my experience took about 4 weeks. I had one appointment and then nothing the next week. And then the following week I had an appointment, and the week after that I had an appointment. And the final appointment was to their essentially to tease out trauma as possible explanations. That's kind of how it was structured. Because a lot of autistic people have trauma. And good night, Harriet. I will read the chat shortly. I'm just saying a lot of autistic people have trauma and a lot of autistic behaviors. By the way, none of the diagnostic criteria is about your internal experience. I just thought I'd mention that. I mean, good diagnosticians, good neuroaffirmative diagnosticians will be prying into your internals a fair bit. The psychiatric rubber glove will be going on. But the actual diagnostic criteria is all about like how you inconvenience neurotypicals. So I mean, sure, okay. I went through this with Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG today also. In fact, like, hey, yeah, do content on the diagnostic criteria for autism, but also know that it's like, how do you annoy me? What's wrong with you? And it's barely 3/4 of the picture. Diagnosis isn't necessarily behavioral opposition, yeah, but I think it could be more. I think it should be more than that. I mean, certainly my diagnostic interview was more than that. But it didn't have to be. I mean, in practice, an autism assessment can be done in a couple of hours. I mean, like bare bones, raw dogging it, doing a quickie assessment. Sorry for the sexual references. I didn't mean that to come out that way. I was just saying, like, it's possible to do an assessment very quickly because an actual autism assessment versus like an exploration about whether or not you're autistic, you put them on the scales. If you put an autism assessment on like time, like energy on one side of a scale, and you put the introspection and time and energy into the other side of the scale. So on the scales, you've got the assessment criteria, the diagnostician's work, the appointment, the money, the time, the stress. Put that on one side, and you put on the other side your self-introspection. The self-introspection is freaking massive. And I mean that for everybody I can honestly say that. I don't usually make generalizations on this channel. I'm very careful to be precise in my language as much as I can. But the difference between the two is very huge. I mean, unless you've been diagnosed as a child or a young person, I'm talking about late diagnosed experience. €21 kittens, €900 is about right. Sorry. And that'll be just straight autism. I actually have assembled lists of diagnosticians. I'll put references in the Discord. The reason why I'm not putting it out more publicly is because I don't want to hammer these places. They're all struggling. Every psychologist's office is like oversubscribed. So there's too much going on. Hey, Free Handley, how's it going? You're getting to the heart of it here. So this one, Mike, good psychology comes from perspective of goodness of fit. A large part of the autistic experience is separate from a society first. It doesn't include us. Yeah. Frankly, the lengthy assessments take longer because they don't actually know what they're doing. It could be. Jade Dragon in the US? No, sorry. I haven't done a lot of research in the US to try and find stuff. I will make an effort to do that as a service, act of service. But, this is purely in my own research, like my mind map. I've got a lot more, by the way. I've got more mind maps and I've got more documents. My mind map, the self-diagnosis one, that was just the start. I took it to a Word document after that. Doug, my assessment was only 2 hours. That's about normal, by the way. I don't feel like it was credible enough. I tell myself that the week's effort went into form, and therefore I'm reading it counts in addition. It did. And Doug, by the way, just so you know this, what you need to understand is that they're assessing you against the DSM or ICD-10-11 criteria. They're not like that is what an autism diagnosis is. Like, if a psychiatrist or psychologist or diagnosticians were spending more time with you, doing all the extra stuff, whatever, that's almost like extra services. That's almost crossing over into therapy. The actual hard and fast mapping of your experiences and behaviors into diagnostic criteria is actually quite straightforward. Don't feel like that's in any way. What I'm trying to say is, right, your appointment was 2 hours long, right? But how much work did you put in? That's what I'm talking about with the scales. You amount of shit you put in, massive, right? Amount of stuff they put in, not that much. And that's simply because the diagnostic criteria looks at not that much. They will ask you nothing about your internal experience at all. Like, it's not needed. When you think about diagnostic criteria being refined on children, and think about that, like, children aren't going to come in with mind maps and shit, even if they are autistic. My report's incredibly lengthy, and I can tell you why. They gave me 6 documents. One was a letter to me, like, thank you for coming, blah, blah, blah. This is to say that you are blah, blah, blah. One is a letter to GP saying, Mike has come to our office to do this, blah, 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 blah. Please support him. He's going through some stuff. Now he's got to process. One was a document saying, this is how you map. This is how the criteria maps. My psychologist was really good. She said, here are the documents, but there is another one, which will only give you if you ask for it, because it's really negative. They gave me a positive document. So they gave me a document that shows how I'm autistic and how my stuff, me, maps to the criteria. Okay. But then there's obviously another one, and they're like, this document that they gave me was written neutrally, and it was about strengths, weaknesses. It was neutral, right? Neutral language. But they also wrote it again with pathological language, because the NHS in the UK wants to see pathological language. So on my medical file, there is a pathological version. It's fucked up, isn't it? I'm not keeping up with the chat, by the way. If anyone says anything, that I need to see, please restate it. Make it obvious for me. Johnson, I worry if it's the other I was on about Mr. Notes. Hopefully my extensive notes categorized against DSM will help. Yep. Most of the work, by the way, is done not in the meeting with you. So they do what's called a diagnostic interview. You might not be aware that's what's happening, but they are sort of like watching you and stuff and watching your behaviors. I think that's where the art side of it comes in. It's a bit of an art, bit of a grey area. They like to get stuff from your school or contemporary information from your schooling. So the psychologist I spoke to had no requirement for school reports or to speak to your parents, mostly because they specialized in adults and a lot of adults didn't have parents living anymore. I went to see my parents and filled in the forms with them. My mother has dementia, just repeated over and over and over again, "You're my special son and there's nothing wrong with you," which is very, very sweet on one hand, but also not that helpful on another. My dad has memories of my childhood and stuff relating to the questions they were being asked, and he responded and filled in the form with me. The assessment, you don't think you'll get anything from it. Like, you'll get a reading list. You'll get a reading list. You'll get signposted to resources. Depending where you go, you might just be handed a turgid report and told to, that's it. You may be able to apply for PIP or, disabilities kind of payments. In the UK, they're incredibly difficult to get. I knew of someone very, very recently who was refused PIP because they look after a pet. And if they can look after a pet, they can look after themselves. That's what the DWP said, the Department of Work and Pensions in the UK. The pet that they had was a goldfish. I have to say, the past year for me has been a hell of a ride. I've learned so much from so many people sharing their experiences with me. I feel like I've learned a fuck ton. I mean, not obviously there's unknown unknowns. I don't know what I don't know. But so many people have contacted me, written to me. I'm spending time with neurodivergent people, and everybody is different. I will emphasize that, but there's so many similarities. Could I just get a vibe check from everyone? Is everything okay? I wasn't planning on doing a big long discussion about autism assessments. Is there anything I have missed, or would anybody like me to? Is there anything anybody would like me to? Thanks, Scott. Is there anything anyone would like me to attend to or mention? There will be an after party after this. It will be very short, though. I'm going to give you the Healthy Gamer GG update. Gregorius Mike, a lot. No, this is great. Genuine autism. Beach Boys here. Good vibrations. Amazing. I've missed a chunk of chat. So, Lovewin Kindrick. Did I say that correct? Or Lovewin? Did I say that right? I like the information I get. I like the vibes in the chat, and I like enjoying watching you infodump special interest there. F out neurodivergence. Geo Dragon negatively affects it. Sorry, say that. It's the biggest, one of the huge disadvantages. I don't think it's a huge disadvantage unless you're planning on immigration, in which case it's kind of a big disadvantage. Miss Pat, so very briefly, for those of you that are not in the Scratching Post Discord, I've been having conversations with them for the past week. Because I've been traveling, they've been a bit, on and off. I've had a big meeting with them this evening. And it's very positive. It's very positive. Right, I'm going to, my hands are feeling a bit sticky now. I'm going to go and rinse them. I will be right back in about, I don't know, a minute or something. Okay. Oh, hello, I'm back. Just deal with that volume a bit. Okay, that'll do. You good? You all good? You all feeling well? Everyone is pleased? Everyone is happy? For those of us not the ask probably noticed how it went. Okay, yes, I'll just give you a very brief to say it's incredibly positive. Okay, very, very positive. I've had a decent, hearty meeting with them. Let's just say they should never have made the mistakes that they did. I apologized for being a bit emotional in my video. If I waited maybe a day or two, I probably wouldn't have called him completely, massively unethical. It'd probably been something like inappropriate instead. But there were problems. They're going to put it right. There will be more content on this. Things will be getting put right. Okay. I worked with them to give them some studies. For example, the double empathy problem. We talked about that. A lot of things. Social model of disability. Two to tango. It doesn't require. It's not that autistic people are always defined as being the burdens and the wrong ones. We are not. Autism is not a. It may be listed currently in the DSM as a disorder, but watch this space. That's not to say that there aren't disabling factors, for sure. But referring to autism symptoms, inappropriate. This has all been noted. You can expect Healthy Gamer GG content to be much better going forward, and we are working together. This is good news, I think. Getting in there before Autism Speaks does. So. They have been very, very receptive to critical feedback. I would say incredibly positive. They are being very receptive and doing better, endeavoring to do better in the future. But the future isn't written yet, and we are working together. How's that? I think that's quite an incredible outcome. I don't think it could have been things are going to be better. And we might collaborate. But on their part, things will improve. I think it's incredible that that I managed to get through to him. I mean, you know, they're aware that the primer was terrible. And things are a lot better. Tabine 3001, that's going to happen with or without me. There will be correction. They work on a 2-month cycle, but things will get done a little bit quicker than that regarding making things better. Things will be improved. Things will be better. Yeah, so basically monotropism, I brought that to them as a theory, a non-pathological theory of autism that describes how we allocate our attention differently to neurotypicals. That's where I was driving them in that direction. Sarah with an H, yeah, absolutely. I would say keep encouraging them. Like if you see their content, keep going, hey, speak to Autistic F. They are thinking about it. I've told them that I am open and receptive to doing a live stream collaboration with Dr. K. Also, that we don't necessarily just need to dwell on autism. We can expand it slightly. For instance, we can talk about companion animals and how that affects, crossovers with the autistic experience. And scuba diving is a big passion of mine. I'm quite happy to just bring that into. But I'm inside Healthy Gamer GG now. This is great. I think this is great news. I know my face isn't showing it right now. It's been a long day, but I'm on the inside of the curtain. They are changing. They have, they've apologized. They're changing. They're going to fix it. They're going to make it better. We must talk about autism and board games too. All right, I'll get you special interest in there, Justin. I'll find a way. I'm trying to say, so, my conversation with them was very much like, hey, I'm one autistic guy, but here's the thing. What I can do for you is we can fix some of these issues. We can attend to this. Right. ABA, we went into ABA as well. I don't think I'm 100% convinced them on ABA, but I believe I was influential. Lady P, I think you're happy and enjoys both possibilities. Yeah, me too. I mean, sure. I mean, I'm open to they're considering collaborating with me. That's fair to say. What happened with the SciShow autism episode? I'm not sure. I think I saw it, and I thought it was okay. I can't remember the details. I don't know. I do listen to a lot of YouTube while I'm driving and walking and pottering about. But yeah, the Dr. K thing is big because he pulls big numbers. He's got big influence. I asked them to consider polling their membership for essentially, are you autistic/have autism, formally identified? Are you self-identified/diagnosed? Are you not autistic? And comparing that with the general population, we might do it. It's not a case of telling people what they did wrong. It's a case of guiding them to some better stuff. Does that make sense? It's not about hey, you did this wrong. You did this wrong. This is the right language. You're using the wrong language. I tried steering away from that. I tried steering away from language-based debate. They recognize that they really pissed off the autistic community. That's a good thing. Yep. They're aware of this from inside their community also. I think it helped that what I was saying, so I've kind of guided them. I've given them some studies to read. The studies that they were researching were, oh man, look, like any other area of science. I don't know this, Jensen. You might be able to help me out here a bit, but other areas of science don't have this politicization. For example, I explained, ABA is a 2-figure $1 billion industry annually in the US. I mean, we don't have these problems in the UK. It's not like that. Like, this is a US problem. I'm sorry, guys. Consequently, there is a great force to put this stuff in there. To which they were like, yeah, but not all ABA is bad. And I'm like, yeah, well, I said to them, sure, you can teach autistic people social skills. Yeah, sure, we can explicitly teach autistic people social skills, but what we can't do is compliance-based ABA. And also, if ABA is changed, why is it still called ABA? Like, you wouldn't form a political party and call it the National Socialist Party, would you? Because, it's got connotations. ABA was founded by the same psychiatrist that founded gay conversion therapy. It's basically the same thing. Originally, I know it's changed, but they should change the name. They should just abandon the whole thing altogether. It's far too toxic. Did you deliver it like a hippie? I've got some stuff you should read. Have you heard? Knock on the door. Have you heard about Autistic Jesus? And then hand them some pamphlets and flyers. Yes, I did talk about echolalia and hand flapping. Yeah, they know this. They know now. Yes, I did. That's all. So with nature, okay, cool. Thank you. Excellent approach. Cool. Yeah. And you communicate well, Mike. It helps to get the wider points across. Keep steps long. They're late dinner. Bouncing again. Amazing. I personally prefer disadvantages disabled because I talked about that too. I said, look, a lot of the disabling factors regarding the social model disability are environmental. And then I explained about my environment. I said, look, my environment is such that meltdowns are few and far between for me. But, this has not always been thus. I haven't always worked on my own in a quiet space, this studio space here. Said, I'm lucky in that regard. We need more autistic people. We need more accommodations. We need to build the environments to allow them to thrive. And they do really well. They do fucking brilliantly. We just have to ensure the accommodations and environments are there. And then, I started building into what these things are. They took notes. They're going to start building content off what I've said. This is great. I mean, quote unquote, nothing in it for me, but it's not about that. It's like, holy shit, here's an opportunity to just kind of fix something. And I love fixing things. Jan says, rejuvenation biotech isn't as bad, Mike, but there are significant numbers of hucksters trying to push supplements. Also to science, which harms the field. I got you. Stephanie Alexandra, you're taking a proactive approach to okay, which is the right thing to do. If they're going to take what you've said on board, it's going to have far-reaching effect. Yeah. Thank you. I think so. I think they are taking it on board. I mean, I got to see them, so yeah, they're taking it on board. This is good. Miss Pat, yeah, totally. And, Shape of Soup, we're exploring that as a potential. They are 2 months ahead booking. So if we do that live interview, it won't be for 2 months. So it would be longer term planned. But yeah, that may happen. I've actually told them, I've said I'm willing to do this. I think it would be fun. I said it needn't be. I said, listen, we don't have to prevaricate on the negative bits. Like we can be positive. We can move forward with a better conversation. Programmer, yeah. I have to get a cinema type screen for this mic. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're privileged enough to have a giant display, that might be the one to go for. It would be interesting. I did say to them, look, I know you guys collaborate with other content creators very, very often, except you tend to collaborate with well-known ones, and you have started off on a good foot with, whereas we started off on a bit of a negative. Slightly embarrassing calling someone out and then having to talk to them. afterwards. I didn't expect I'd have to do that. The more we can spread a positive image of autism and acceptance, the better. I saw The Odd One Out with 6 autistic people in it and loved it. They were great spokespeople for us. The Odd One Out, what's that? As in like James, the animator? Or... Yeah. A lot of this stuff is on their Discord. Do you know what is really good? I want to say this, like, while I have your attention. What is really good is that the autistic community in general, I've seen in the comments, have been really, really good. As a little example, if you go onto the Healthy Gamer GG subreddit, you'll see a little discussion about my content, and you'll see some negativity, calling it a circle jerk in the comments and that sort of thing. And people putting that right, like that sort of negativity, saying, "Oh no, you're all just a circle jerk," talking about like you guys in the comment section and things. And it's like other people going, like, where? That everyone is being like proper reasonable. Like this is the true with his live stream as well, Dr. K's live stream. It was like the people in the live stream comments were saying the same stuff as me. It was just that I had a little bit of a bigger voice, and you guys all said the same stuff as well. And it was that. It was not because of me. I'm just a small YouTuber that can be ignored, but it was because of this kind of like uprising, for want of a better word, of a whole shitload of people. Amber, if you're free in just a moment for the after party, I can give you a bit more information. What's it? Oh, yeah. It's a rude term for just people, just like echo chamber. It's an echo chamber, a very rude American echo chamber term. Yeah. In fact, that particular comment on Reddit was quite funny, because after people came back at it, the person who said circle jerk said, "Okay, it's just half a circle jerk." So a semicircle then. The thing is, I am just super proud. I am unbelievably proud, for want of a non-condescending, non-patronizing, non-rude proud, just proud, to be a member of, the general online autistic community. Even people that don't know who I am, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we are all, like, even on Dr. K's audience, like, people are just reasonable and decent. I'm in touch with Tay Zonde now, Chocolate Rain guy. Get him on a live stream, I think. That'd be great. Just purely as a consequence of just people just people being so... Oh, I'm sorry, Twitter was bad back then. But like on YouTube, my experience, and especially like in general, the online autistic community I found to be really good everywhere. So I appreciate there have been little dramas and things, but in general, pretty good. Look, if I never existed, this conversation would still be happening. Like, the same voices being very reasonable and good and kind. Ah, oh, TJ, where would I be without you? Guys, like, we've got new people here. Goodness me, and we don't need to prevaricate on circle jerking. There are trolls everywhere. This is supportive community on the whole. Chris D, yeah. Like even where it's not a community and it's just autistic people in comment sections, it's pretty decent. I'm so proud of that. I walked into it in that state, and I'm so glad to be able to contribute to it. Report last week, BBC pages of abuse. Yep, I want to know all about this stuff, by the way. Tan when. Stars new peeps. Look, autistic Mike, hyper-focused on action. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Like, I'm going to create a Twitter account and live stream to it as well. And we'll see how that goes. And LinkedIn as well. Folks have been saying I should be on LinkedIn. I'm not going to put a huge amount of time into it. My time is on, my community and YouTube. Like that's where I'm focused. If you look at my Twitch, for example, I've not done anything on that account. Like I'm streaming there right now. If anyone's on Twitch, say hi. There's usually a few people on Twitch. Twitch is slightly better quality than YouTube for streaming, by the way, if I point that out. And I think it doesn't have ads. Yeah, I've got zero tolerance for bullying, by the way. It's not really something that I've had to enforce, thankfully. I mean, well, occasionally it's been a thing, but not really. Very rare. I'm not joining Twitter, not even for you, Mike. JTK. Yeah, no. It's a different population of people over there. It just extends it over there. That's all. No additional workload really. Red Jen, I tried to keep it PG-13, but didn't want anyone to Google it. No, it's okay. Twitter, by the way, now, if anyone uses it like X, it's like you'll see a post and it will be interesting, whatever, and then you click in the comments and it's just a load of unrelated posts and comments or different memes or whatever, and then an advert, and then just more unrelated stuff. Because of the way monetization works over there now, if you pay for Twitter Premium and you get a blue badge, it means you can earn money if you get enough engagement. So people just engagement farm. It's just a big engagement farm operation now. It's a shame. Twitch has ads. Okay. Boo. Ads are off for this stream, by the way. Yeah, it's a lot of AI comments. Yeah. A lot of AI comments. This tweet is about blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on. I can write a Twitter bot too. What's the point? It's just like money farming. It's not even going to be much, but it's just something. It's the new Bitcoin farming. I used to use Twitter a lot back in the early days when it was microblogging platform. But yeah, it's not great now. By the way, I'm on Threads, which is Facebook's version of Twitter, and I have a Facebook account, Autistic After 40, and Instagram as well, Autistic After 40. Because that's what my channel used to be called, Autistic After 40. Right. But shall be no bullying here. We just verge on, like, the rules here are very, very simple, and we work on misunderstanding rather than malice. That is like the vast majority. I liked Twitter 10 to 15 years ago too. Yeah, me too, Red Jen. It was a great way to reach out to celebrities and things as well, or people in a niche that were like really you could reach out to actors, actresses. I remember reaching out to some people from the cast of the original Cats musical on London Broadway, and that was really cool. Getting a response from them, and astronomers and things as well. It was really cool. But now Now, yeah, Francine, yeah, there you go. It's just like it's just mental fighting now. 44. I like the implications of leaving at AF. Me too. I've never used Blue Sky. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna just like hang on YouTube for as long as YouTube will have me and don't decide that they're gonna kick me off. But if I do have anything particularly contentious, I'll try and just keep it on Patreon. If it's just like a video about medical misinformation, I'll try and keep it YouTube friendly, or post it on the free tier on Patreon if it's going to be something like that. There is also content, by the way. If you want extra content from me, there is the cat tier, which is the middle one. It's like $8 a month. That gives you extra content. Or the tiger tier, which is like, if you know, if you really want to, then that's got bloopers and run-ons and other stuff. And I plan on adding more and more as my workload allows me to do so, by the way. There you go. Said that out loud, but it's true. I don't currently have a Mastodon account. Nope. I've actually never used Mastodon. I intended to sign up for it when Stephen Fry went, but never did. I have to answer Twitter bots occasionally as part of my job. I love it when they try to convince me that their sister found my company so hot. Misunderstanding instead of meowless. Gregorius, Mike, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Facebook's group, right? Find the right groups, yeah. I'm on the mood for flame wars. Old Twitter was good because everyone was on it. And it was a way that, you know, unlike something like Facebook, which is private, you know, it was microblogging, and you could just reach out to stuff. Like you could even like tag the news on something, or news always broke on Twitter. I miss, you know, that, because it was a great way to do stuff. Like, for example, like if I want to reach like Tony Atwood or something, I would be like, hey, I could just like tweet him and then tweet, you know, or if I were doing Tea and Tales, I could say like, I could just tag the author and say, hey, we're doing Tea and Tales on this day. We're going to be discussing your book. And like that functionality just doesn't exist anymore. You've got to do it old school now and actually go hunt people out. And it's, you know, they're less likely to get back to you. Yay! Free pharmacy delivery service. We have that here now too, by the way. It's pretty cool. But I am not on, really. I don't use socials that much. I only post instantly. I prefer, like you guys are my socials. Like I don't like, my social media use has turned into creating YouTube content, like over the past year. Like, you know, instead of like doom scrolling, I've put all my time into creating YouTube content, and I've loved it. Helen, yeah, I saw your post in the channel Autistic YouTube for the Tony Atwood thing. I did. And I want to know if it's in person or if it's a live thing, because if it's in person and it's next year, I might go and say hello and say, hey, Tony Atwood, guess what? Like your book. Right. Before it gets too late for people, we're going to go do the Scratching Post after party. This was a impromptu stream brought to you by Angry Cat Toys and 18 and the number 18K. So, Mike, I can tell you love what you do on YouTube. I do. It's really fulfilling. I don't know how to describe it. It's like super fulfilling. And it's like, so not just the autism stuff has become like an intense interest for me, but YouTube itself and how YouTube works and YouTube community, that has become an intense interest for me as well. And the vibrating toys, yeah. So like, if you want to get more AF in your lives, obviously I post at least one YouTube video every week. And, like if I could do nothing else but post YouTube content and create and make films, I would totally do that. Like, that's what I enjoy doing. That's what I think about all the time. From when I wake up to when I go to sleep. And I try my best with the time and the resources I have. So if you want to support me, but it's not really about supporting me, it's about what you guys get in return, which is on the kitten tier, which is the lowest tier on my Patreon. It's $4 a month, and you get access to the Scratching Post Discord, which is basically where I hang out all day, chewing the fat and talking crap and enjoying memes and that sort of stuff. You also get the after party live stream, which is mostly after these live streams. The good thing is on Discord is we can talk about stuff. There is actually no filter. There is no great invisible AI overlord that slaps me every single time I say something, like debunking. It hates me debunking stuff. It loves to press the demonetization button and go, no, you can't tell people about and. Some of you mentioned some things in the chat, but like, there is that. The other thing is, you get your name in the credits of my videos if you want them. Quite a few people say you don't want the names in the credits in the videos, which is fine too. The middle tier is the cat tier for $8, and that gets you more videos. There's videos about all kinds of things, including the one on Dr. Chris Palmer. There's reaction to, in fact, not just reaction, but journalism on who's responsible for the autism hospitals, which are trapping over 1,200 autistic people against their will in England and Wales alone. Yeah, it's not who you think. Spoiler alert. It's rich Tory wine guys who've got nothing to do with psychiatry in their history. They just do it because they like making money. I'm sorry about that. It's actually true. It's an absolute shit show. But I go through all of that. There's some conversations in there. And then, of course, in the Tiger tier, you'll see some things. In fact, one thing in the Tiger tier, by the way, in fact, all the tiers, I post Nina. Nina's the most recent video. You can see Nina kicking down a wall to a Miley Cyrus song. For all tiers, you can see that. That's the most recent thing I posted. But if you look at the Patreon Tiger tier, you'll see a really interesting video of me. When I did the video outside from the forest, the one where I got mosquito bitten, there was a moment in there was an outtake where I said, what does the autistic community want? I said it rhetorically, because it was about autism research. Like, what does the autistic community want? Like, what research priorities do we have? I said, what does the autistic community actually want? And believe it or not, a bloody steam train went past. A steam train went, a steam train. Because the forest was right next to a railway. And like, what does the autistic community want? A steam train apparently. And I just burst out laughing. I just couldn't believe it. I think that clip is actually just on the Discord as well. It might be. It's just so funny. You have to see it. And then again, you get your name in super deep, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you get a custom color on the Discord too. A nice tiger orange. So yeah, I mean, that was just perfect timing. Yeah, she came in like a wrecking ball. And yeah, I mean, it's just some weird stuff going on here. So yeah, I've actually never been on a steam train, but I don't know if you knew this, but the Isle of Man is actually the inspiration for the Isle of Sodor, which is Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine land is here. I live on Thomas the Tank Engine land. I should probably get on a steam train at some point. And do you know what I mean? I should probably do the Thomas thing. I've never done it. 10 years. This is why I didn't think I was autistic. Do you know what I'm saying? I've never ridden the steam train. Like, everyone I know has ridden the steam train. Well, didn't the steam whistle Doppler shift? That's a sign of a ghost train. Ooh, it did Doppler shift, yeah. It was it wasn't the full whistle. It was just excess steam, and it was like, like that. The Bluebell Railway I did, Helen. That's Helen correcting me. I did ride the Bluebell Railway. I've actually done it a couple of times. So to tell a lie, I have been on a steam train. I have. I've been on a steam train. So there is that. This is like the longest summing up ever. 20% of people have left the stream already. I've been on the Bluebell, says Tracy K. Woo! My granddad was a driver for a Flying Scotsman. Holy crap. That's amazing. Tabine, we used to have a full-size, proper Thomas Tank Engine steam train come through a little town of Kirkwells. Yeah. Yeah, cool. We have that here on the Isle of Man too. What do we want? One low-flying plane noises. When do we want them? Meow. I've started everybody talking about trains. Other transportation systems are also available, including planes, automobiles. For those of you that know Wendy Heaton in the chat, when I did my collaboration with Claire and I met up with Wendy for the first time, we actually met in a heritage railway. That's where we went. We met in a cafe in a heritage railway. We should definitely arrange a get together at some point. But they're not as good as trains. Okay, I don't want to keep people up all night. Hang on, I've got to just check something. Oh, Jansen, welcome. Jansen, welcome to the Discord. Okay, I will head into the after party now. Here's the promo. It looks like this. It's right above my head right now. You can see it. I've just dropped the volume of it, you know what I mean? Because otherwise I can't talk to you. But it's right there. If you're on Patreon, there is actually no pressure, by the way. As you may have noticed, I'm active on YouTube, and I'm very active on YouTube. So like, I am like YouTube. It's all YouTube. I'm just like YouTube. Railway Museum. The Viking Museum in York is amazing. Queens, New York. I'd love to visit New York. I'm not kidding. I'd love to visit New York. I've been to California and Florida. Although Florida was like a mission trip thing. Anytime. Please expect streams at random times. It might happen again. In fact, this is what I used to do. I used to do random streams. I'd love to visit NYC. Do get together. For those of you who want to join the thing, Discord, Patreon, blah, 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 $4 a month, like that's nothing. It's like $1 a week. It helps me run everything. Oh, we got Minecraft server as well. I forgot to mention that. We got all the stuff. Like we got all the shit. It's all, what is there? All the stuff. Like we got cookies. Because I never really log off. I'm just on it all the time. And Nina too. So come say hi to Nina. I'm going to be giving you a more of an update, specific update, to thank those that helped me. I'll tell you what's been going on. Miss Pat, I sleep at random times. Quinn ate all of the pies, Shape of Soup. Quinn ate the pies.